Alright, morning guys. Yeah, I just realized I just realized I set the um stream date for like March. My bad about that, guys. I don't know if I can change it now that I'm already streaming. Um alright. Well, the good thing is I did already put it up on the Discords and whatnot. Um, I think. Excuse me. All right. All right. Cool. So yeah, I know I'm a little early. And it's been a while since we played Skrolk, but um, yeah, I'm excited to get back into them. Yeah, they'll probably stay there and recruit, which is fine. We'll be able to attack the Awakening. Same with Slan Hopek, I think is how you pronounce that. And I think we'll be good there. We really just need some food. And yeah, this guy is gonna be on. Why can't I think? Cinch duty. There we go. All right, let's merge some items here. And I was gonna say, hopefully we get lucky, but you know, can't win them all, I guess. But that's all right. All right. He's gonna need some love. But all right, I think that's all we can do. So let's end the turn. Yeah, welcome everyone who's joining the stream. Welcome. And let's move on. Ooh, I need to change the color. I don't know. It just helps me. I don't know why, I guess, but yeah, it just, you know, whatever color the faction I'm playing as, I enjoy playing or having that background in the game. But yeah, you gotta think. Obviously, this morning as well, not too long ago actually, I also released part 3 of the Belagar Ironhammer campaign. If you guys want to check that out after the stream, that is up and going. I want to, I think, moving forward a few days during the week, kind of have like double days, I guess, if that makes sense. A few times throughout the week, not every day, but a few days at least during the week where I do like a video and a stream or something like that. That way I just get more content out to you guys. We're not stuck on the same Let's Play for, 2 or 3 months. That kind of thing. I've also thought, because Let's Plays can also take a while. Really until we've kind of hit a lot of what people call in Total War, like critical mass. Where you're just, no matter what the enemy does, they just can't touch you, right? You're just too strong, you're too rich, whatever it may be. The enemy just can't do anything to you, really. So I'm thinking, I haven't decided yet because it would take even more time to do so, but I am thinking about sorry, the audio cut out, so I thought it was about to freeze on me. But anyway, thinking about doing like 2 Let's Play campaigns at a time and uploading like 4 days a week of those campaigns. I'm just not sure at this point just yet, though, because I don't want to, only do 2 days and then do 1 and 1 of each campaign, because that will, not only for you guys, but for me, I would be bored of those campaigns instantaneously. But yeah, I got some ideas in the works. I'm also wanting to start working on the Legendary Lord skill guides again, for those who may be new to. Alright, I don't need to worry about this stuff up here. But maybe new to the game, or maybe unfamiliar with a faction or a Legendary Lord, just to kind of help out there. That leadership is an issue for him, but excuse me. But we should be okay.
I don't care for this order.
Yeah, public order there is good. Let's get more heroes and get access to some weapons teams here.
Clan Pestilens is all.
We may not even be able to sack and occupy that. I'm not sure.
All hail, horned rat.
This will achieve nothing. My lady will not allow it.
I also don't want to give them a chance to.
Turn them.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Flaming attacks. Sure, give it to. Give it to our artillery. Why not?
Battle fight.
Good.
Cancel demands. Warp power. Technoc doom. Under empire.
What mission do I have for that? Just raid it. Okay. Alright, Skrolk.
All suffer.
Well, if they were to attack me, I'm really not worried what they can do. Because what I'm thinking is this. Of kind of using Tlax, or if I'm pronouncing that right, Tlax, and the Pox Marsh as a dual sack city against Bretonia here. So in order to do that, I need money. So alright, let's jump on into this siege here. It shouldn't take too long. Let's get 3 minutes belows, one for each artillery. And, oh damn, they got a lot of artillery. Which, I know this is it's not a open field battle, but yeah, we got to look out, because in patch 2.4, the garrison, settlements are now immediately, coming out with the enemy army. Alright, let's see.
Slash, attack, destroy.
We got magic. Excuse me. My goodness.
Kill for me.
If he were to get attacked in the underway, it would be okay.
Vile tide comes.
Just don't stand in the aura, or the radius of the awakening.
Seek out plague.
And let's get this fight going. We should get 20 food here. Just stay in the yellow. Don't go any lower than that. But let's move on. Let's get into this fight. Yeah, I wish I could adjust. I didn't realize that until I went live, and it kind of shows me what you guys kind of see as a viewer. And it's like, oh, live in 27 days. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Excuse me. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a coffee-filled day. I told myself I was going to go to bed last night at a good time. And I went to bed at like midnight. I ended up making part 3 of Billigar's campaign that I already mentioned today that I released for you guys this morning. And then I had to let it render for a little bit and do some small editing on it. And then I just gets away from me, you know. I always end up, like, after my wife and kiddo go to bed, I always kind of just play a little bit, just in case she wakes up or, you know, needs help, you know, whatever may go on. That way I don't, you know, have to stop a video or something. Oh, I hate this map, because this whole area is a hill. Yeah. So there's no like good there's no good position to like set up in terms of artillery. I think last time we set up like right in here, if I remember that right, because yeah, that was when we almost died. Our lords and heroes almost died. Excuse me. I promise to stop yawning. I just need some coffee to kick in. Alright, let's get our artillery. And, you know, our quality Skaven slaves. Good. Alright, he must be on a... don't use him. Use the Lord and the other hero here.
Me rule one day. A warp lightning cannon. Oh yes, yes. Ah yes.
Good. And we'll just let the destruction commence. He's getting shot at over here. Oh, not cool, dude. Yeah, those towers can do a ton of damage, though. We definitely need to look out.
I agree.
Good. Hey, Vokoma, welcome, man.
Charge, fools!
Yeah, we shouldn't have to worry about that tower anymore. Definitely need to worry about these two here. You can come back. You only need one now.
Finds bad things.
Hope you're having a good week, Vokoma. Welcome. It's happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Easy for me.
Good. One more tower.
There
One more
now.
tower. Oh, and I need to
Rattling gun.
blow up
Guide
some
us, good
walls.
ones. Stab, stab. Leader, boss.
Good. Yeah, they just put all the artillery right by each other. Wish I had a nuke.
Chief. Dodge, fail.
Or, what's the word? War bomb. That'd be pretty amazing right about now. Say, that should finally put a hole there.
Ready.
And you guys put another hole right there. And then we'll kind of watch the ammunition because I probably will need it. We just need to get rid of their like Knights of the Realm, their Knights Errant, that kind of thing. And we should be fine after that. Still got quite a bit of ammo. Alright, awesome. Awesome. The problem now is we need to do something about their artillery. Because I think they had 5, maybe even 6 pieces of artillery. Alright, he served his purpose.
Poor leaders, hear me. For Noglich is massive.
You can come back. You can come back. Let's see.
Claw catapult. Now, ready now. Quick, quick! Onwards! Stirring! Find Warpstone!
8.
Plague priest!
Okay. I just need to basically stay in their line of sight so they'll keep shooting me instead of the artillery. Excuse me. Yeah, that menace blow was not worth it.
Plague priest!
These trees definitely provide, or cause an issue, not provide, definitely cause an issue. 6 to 8. No, the trade off. Alright, and boom. That'll be a good one. They're avoiding it a little bit, but still. Alright, and then you guys, let's start. I don't know. Let's bring you over here, I guess. Get you on the hill. Jeez, how many rocks just freaking hit him? Oh shit.
Plague wind.
Don't know how that happened. Yeah, not even close. Alright, that's not good. Get the fuck back.
Yes. Move. Consul's command. Righteous frenzy. Rocket shoot. Righteous frenzy.
I don't know what they're doing here. But we could delete 2 more units.
Spells of plague.
Yeah, I think this is actually the chieftain that almost died. She definitely is on a flying mount. Cool. Alright, you guys, let's back you up a little bit. Bring you guys up. See if we can snipe her out of the sky. They'll move as soon as we cast Plague. They have a lot of, excuse me, my voice cracked. They have a lot of anti-large, so I don't, and now they move her. That's alright. It's alright. It's alright. I guess I should have taken him off his mount and just let him fight on foot. Let's see. They have great swords. Or no, foot squires. Okay. So I didn't realize they had an outpost, but they don't.
Guide us, horned one!
Yeah, their ton of artillery is definitely an issue.
Move!
Especially because they're actually being smart about it and protecting it. How dare the AI be sensible and have a brain? We don't have a ton of magic. We got quite a bit of force to work through here, so...
Ready to roll, lead.
He does have a little more punching power, though, so he can get in and out a little bit.
Find bad things where bad things.
The mortars cannot come up here just yet. Because we gotta deal with their artillery first. Gotta deal with their artillery. And yeah, the Knights of the Realm here are just gonna... Even these mounted yeomen are too much of a threat. And I guess I could waste their ammo. But what I'd like to do is actually get them to use their own ammunition against them.
Oh, fear me! Me am dead.
Spread pestilence. Vermintide comes.
Me go.
It's a lot of anti-large there, so just pull them out. But yeah, welcome everyone to the stream.
Me
Welcome.
so warlord. There now.
Yep, just get them out, get them out, get them out.
Yeah.
Good.
Clan of Bay follows me.
Yeah, that was a pretty good cast.
Traitor pass.
And you guys... No, not quite. That's just the tower shooting me. Alright, well, in that case, let's bring you out here. And just let the artillery shoot at him. Because we got to do something about their artillery capabilities. And let's get ready for another playcast.
Me reposition. Watch see me. Stop a move.
I don't know what ability she keeps activating. Or of the lady.
Clan chieftain.
I am surprised though, he's actually doing much better this time.
Greatest cunning.
Grail Knights are a problem. But Plague is no problem against them. Good. Just watching them melt. They'll probably fight to the death though still because they are knights. Even though we just destroyed that Grail Guardian unit. But that's a huge balance of power for them. Their cav units and their artillery are what we need to focus on. The rest of it is just meat.
Clan chieftain.
Hey, Georgie. Welcome, man. And they're sending some more units at me. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Georgie. Good to have you here. This should get rid of Knights Errant, Knights of the Realm. That's pretty good. Yeah, good to see you too. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Alright, we gotta be on the lookout for him. He is fighting.
Will triumph. Kill.
He's actually doing pretty well. It would be good to get some better items, but I mean that can only do so much with hoping for better items. You know what I mean? All right, let's get him out. He's taken quite a bit of damage here, so let's get him out.
Yes.
Looks like we're gonna have to pop down another plague to get him out, though. But it'll get rid of the Grail Knights, hopefully for good. Yeah, they're just wasting every little bit of ammo on that chieftain, so that kind of works for me. Alright, now get out of here. You've done your part. He's actually gotten quite a few kills. More than I was sort of expecting.
Easy.
Good. Yeah, the priest is doing pretty well, but we only have 4 casts of plague left, so we gotta make those count.
Yes.
Just on the edge of there. Plus, it's mounted yeoman, so don't worry about that.
Clan Chieftain. Me rule one
Man, the
day.
Grail Guards just keep coming back.
Leader, boss.
Yep, their ammo is slowly depleting, which is good. Ideally, I would have liked to use it against their own units, but they're not falling for that gimmick as much as they used to. Yeah, they don't have a really good line of sight there. And taking out a peasant bowman unit is not really worth it. Plus, it'll just distract them from, shooting. Screw it. We got him. We're not gonna be able to get to their artillery, so let's try and kill as many of the units as we can.
Reposition.
Alright, get you up here. We're basically gonna have to just keep swapping heroes, so each of them kind of take the same amount of damage. Because I can't be, worried about constantly, walking them back and forth to avoid the artillery.
Warlock engineer.
Yeah, I could
Scumpable.
kill for some freaking war bombs. Make this whole thing much easier. They still got a good amount of ammo between all of them.
Clan Obey follows me. Warlock engineer.
Hey, quit shooting that guy.
Channeled and charged. Let crack. Sneak, run.
Yeah, I just need to get up there and cast one plague and would just absolutely delete those guys.
Magic's ready.
Then we can actually use our artillery. How accurate of a shot is this for you guys? It's Knights Errant, so I don't mind shooting. Okay. Kind of about perfect. That's good. Just really need to utilize our artillery carefully here. Can't get any closer or else we'll be in range of them. But that doesn't mean we can't cause some massive headaches for the rest of them. Questing knights, yes. Come into my my lovely aura here. Very tired.
What? Attack!
Maybe they'll get a shot off before those guys leave. It's way off, but it looks like we still might. Alright, hold your fire. Say they're running out of ammo, which is good. Once they run out of ammo, it's gonna speed up much more. I promise you all. Let's see. Cause yeah, now they're just like running to run because I'm bombarding them. The AI, that's their like. You'll see it in about 99% of the sieges. Instead of being intelligent, they just run around with their chickens cut off. Once you start bombing them with artillery or start shooting them, they just run around in circles. I need to find a central location to pop down a plague that'll just delete a bunch of units. Knights Errant wouldn't be bad. How far can you reach? Yeah, he can reach like right here. Alright, then let's pop down. Knights of the Realm and Knights Errant. Yeah. Right in here.
Ready to hunt kill.
Good. Oh, man. Gosh, what I would do for some freaking war bomb right now. Yeah, they did not last long at all. Are you using any mods? I use 2 mods. One of them doesn't impact the game at all. It's called the Legendary Lore mod. So all that does is, it's really useful, by the way, if you're kind of like me and you're not really familiar with lore. But all it does is, is that what it's at? But all it does is add, if you, whatever faction you're playing as you recruit a lord or recruit a unit, capture a certain building or build a certain building or whatever, it just has a little snippet of, what that building means to that faction or that legendary lord, that kind of thing. So I really like it from that end because it helps me learn. But the only really game altering mod I use is the 1-button respec mod, or else I don't use don't play with any other mods at this point. But yeah, the legendary lord one, it really doesn't, it has absolutely no effect on the campaign play at all. It's literally more or less for just for you personally as the player, which whoever is in charge of that one, they've done a really good job, actually explaining things. Like they did not shy away from providing detail about that, which is a good thing. I'm not saying that that's bad by any means. I'm glad they went, I would say, actually above and beyond what I would be expecting from a kind of just a description mod like that of stuff going on. So yeah, definitely recommend checking that one out. I know I've in the past talked about it a little bit, but yeah, I cannot recommend that one enough if you're wanting to get into Warhammer lore, but you know, don't want to buy the books. Really, really good way to do that. Oh my god.
Move, move!
Bring boomers.
Let's get rid of that Foot Squire unit.
Spells of play.
Those edition books are very inexpensive. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not saying like this is gonna, you know, explain everything in detail, but you know, it provides some background. You know, I think if I had to guess, they probably hit all the major and big points. You know, that way you have a very, at the same time, brief but knowledgeable understanding of lords, or a lord. Hey, welcome, Styric. How are you and your 4090 doing on this lovely, lovely Friday? It still hasn't shown up at my house, so I'm a little upset with you about that. Thought we talked about this.
Session moving, going.
Ready to roll a lead.
What?
It's part of, you know, being a follower of the channel. When you obtain equipment that I like, you have to give it to me. Upon request. Upon
We
request.
serve.
Where bad things.
Priest.
Bitch. Just wait until I start bopping, dropping bombs on your ass in 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, your poison ain't got nothing over warp fuel, buddy. But hey, and about to be deleted. Goodbye. You guys, shoot her down. And do these guys with the warp lightning cannons? No, not really. They don't really have a good line of sight to shoot over there. Well, let's pop down another menace below. Get them to converge on it. Stuff that one time been able to do so far. That's good though. That's good. One thing I would do, Styric, I'm not, you know, telling you to spend even more money, but if you like Harry Potter and you haven't started playing Hogwarts Legacy yet, highly recommend trying that one out. Because that has a, I've been looking at the settings of that one. That game has a bunch of like, not small settings, but like settings that I haven't seen before that are literally just like lighting fixtures. Which like lighting, shadows, all that stuff, you know, shadows take up a lot more usage than you'd think. But anyway, a lot of that stuff in that game is literally just to make the game look better. But it takes, yeah, like ray tracing, things like that. A lot of that stuff is really great in terms of graphics, but from what I can see and experience personally, it takes a lot for your computer to do. Cause like Wolfright plays it on Ultra, I think, and it makes it look fantastic. So I would imagine you would be able to as well.
I preach death.
Hogwarts on PS5, I've watched a few other streamers like at night when I'm like waiting for a video to render or something like that, and they've all looked pretty good. I don't know This will kind of tell you guys how long I've been away from like an Xbox or a PS5. But I don't even know what like Xbox they're on. But I've seen some people. I was watching a guy last night actually, and he was playing with an Xbox because when the buttons were prompted, it was an X, like on the side, like on the left hand side. So, but yeah, and it looked fine. But yeah, we talked about it in, I think it was Wolfstream the other day. I can almost confirm now though, that playing on a keyboard is definitely harder than with the PS5 or controller, 100%. You have to be a lot more particular on your key bindings than with a controller because you really have to specialize loadouts a lot more. But that's okay. Alright, let's bomb these guys. Hey, Blurgle, welcome, man. We are trying to fry up some juicy Bretonians at the moment. Their name is effed up. Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Series. Yeah. And, I mean, when my wife and I moved up here is when I stopped using my Xbox because being able to play with friends just became almost impossible because of being, 3,600, 4,000 miles apart. Playing, games like Apex, Call of Duty didn't really like us too much with that. So, and now, every TV and God's green earth comes with all of the streaming apps. So I used to just use, my Xbox to have the streaming app so I could watch, Netflix or Hulu or whatever. But now that, TVs come with it, it's made that obsolete too. So.
Council's command.
Shoot the peasant bowman. Well, we got some anti-large, so let's bring both of them up here.
Hornrat sense.
And the X-Bone. Yeah, well, because I have, HBO, if I'm just playing, I bought a Game of Thrones game not too long ago, and I played a little bit of that for a bit, and, but, if I'm just playing, Warhammer in my own time, not doing any recording, just, just actually enjoying the game just to play the game, I'll watch, Game of Thrones on my second monitor or something like that.
Smite.
Just to kind of, so it's not just, in between end turns or whatnot, it's not just silence, What do you think of yesterday? With the patch? It's alright, Cash. Oh, I didn't even watch the teaser, to be honest.
Yes, David. Yes.
No, I just read the patch notes.
What orders?
I didn't watch it because it just said Warhammer 3 trailer, Immortal Empires trailer, and they already had released one of those. So I kind of thought they just regurgitated it because they made it, since they made the game accessible, since they made Warhammer 3 more accessible to newer players, I thought they just kind of hey, here's our Immortal Empires trailer in case you're new and you haven't watched it yet. I kind of thought that's what that was, but post-credit scene. Let's check it out. You'll get my live reaction to it, because I am subscribed to Total War on YouTube.
Total War Warhammer 3 Patch 2.4 welcomes a few new adjustments to the game, and a particularly big one. We have now unlocked Immortal Empires for all
Say post-credit scene. Oh, that wasn't it. Hey, look.
and quests have been fixed when launched from campaigns. And garrisons have been given a kick up the
welcome,
bum
everybody.
and now enter the battle from the very start, as opposed to being reinforcements.
This is the one you're talking about, right? Oh, the IE launch trailer. My bad, my bad. Ah, this one. This one. Alright. Because, yeah, don't they just kind of go through all the factions? Like, hey, you could play as this person.
Your choices will just.
Alright. Oh, is this some dwarf action? Oh, it 100% is. Thing. Interesting. I mean, it kind of sounded like a ogre laugh. But yeah, that could have been like an ogre laugh. I guess it kind of sounded like it, but it also looked like a dwarf axe. So I'm hoping it's Chaos Dwarves, which, I mean, that's sort of been expected, I guess. But yeah, I think I would say calling that a patch 2.4 is giving it a little more credit than it actually was. Like, I'm not trying to take away anything in regards to the fact that they made the game more accessible, or Warhammer 3 more accessible for people. That's fantastic. I'm not trying to, you know, argue that point at all. All I'm saying is that, you know, they called it a 2.4 patch when really the only thing they did was take a few things like the settlement buildings and whatnot, and some very minor things that should have been there that weren't. They adjusted and then made it more playable for other people. That's fantastic. I don't think that is worthy enough to be called a patch, considering if you look at all of the other changes they did with the other factions are almost absolutely pointless. Like, a lot of multiplayer stuff, which I consider them pointless, you know, because I don't play multiplayer. So I guess that is, you know, what it would be called, objective, you know, like, I don't think it's that important, but others will, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, I would more say that that's like just a general announcement, though, not an update. But regardless, it's fantastic for people, especially since they are allowing, you know, people to kind of single-handedly pick out DLC. It's a fantastic way, you know, for Creative Assembly to achieve their goal in terms of making it more playable and more accessible for newer players. So definitely tip of the cap, job well done there.
Move! Clan of Bay follows me.
Me too, best.
But yeah, definitely fantastic fantastic news for people. 100%.
Greatest canning. Clan chieftain.
I think that's definitely something they should have done, like with previous games too in DLCs, because like unless it's on sale, right? Unless it's on sale, because that's always, you know, obviously kind of the exception. But most of the time, you know, Warhammer 1 or 2, if you're just buying it on Steam, you're not going to Instant Gaming, you're not going anywhere else for your DLC purchasing, which, you know, is always up to the person individually. But you know, assuming you're just going to Steam, they're still charging, you know, full price for Warhammer 2, still charging full price for Warhammer 1. You know, so like, it's fantastic that they are now, you know, you can single-handedly just pick the stuff you want. I think that is fantastic. Granted, you know, you're still not going to get the vast majority of factions and whatnot, but still, you know, it's better than being like, hey, here's a little bit of a discount on the games that are 5 and 6, 7, 8 years old, you know.
Ready.
All good news. Thumbs up. I don't mean to sound like a negative Nelly about it. 2 thumbs up. Good job.
Ready to roll.
Very, very good job. Yes. Which I have thought about starting to do some reviews on DLC. I know other people, you know, do like little short parts of their live streams about an update. There we go. There's the analysis, or like a patch or whatnot. I don't know if I want to do that, mainly because it would have to. I wouldn't be able to really like stream in the morning because that's when the updates are always come out at like 3 or 4 a.m. And I already, you know, don't go to bed until like midnight anyway. So getting up at an hour even earlier than what I usually do to read some patch notes, but and since, you know, I'm not a content partner, I don't have access to those early to kind of like pre-make that video. Gotta give credit where it's due. Oh, 100%. All I will say is they definitely could have done a lot worse. So yeah, good. Yeah. You know, it's a way for them to still make money, obviously, by not adjusting their price, but it's also great for the player because you're not forced to buy money again on games that you don't want to. You know what I mean? Do you own all the DLC? I don't know if it's proud to say if I do or not because of, you know, saying how much money I've invested into the game, but yes, I own every DLC. However, the only DLC I ever purchased from Steam was the Tomb King one, because I couldn't find it on Instant Gaming, or else everything else I purchased on Instant Gaming. I've never had any issues. Asking since you mentioned you want to do reviews. Yes. I'll take your money.
Crazy.
Good. Yeah, some weapon strength. I don't think I have a healing item, right? Okay, no, I do. I do have 1 potion of healing. Good. Yeah, missile resistance would be good. Good. Now, if I go up to tier 5, it's gonna go into the red. But that's alright. Yep, that can stay there. Let's generate some food. Walls, duh. And weapons teams. Fantastic. Now let's take that back and let's boot him out for another one. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. 4-9 has a better chance of. Yep. Good. Alright, now, what do I need? Storm Vermin. That might be one of the worst techs in the entire game. Armor +5 for Storm Vermin and armor for weapons teams units. But no, let's work towards Virulent plans. And I don't know how I'm going to stop that without sending a lord there. Because the control edict's already there. I don't know. Guess I could pop that down the next turn. And that would save it. Like, that's like a turn 10 tech, not at the very, very end. It would also be cool thinking about tech trees if they would adjust tech trees for certain like legendary lords. For example, the one that comes to mind is Ungrum's, because all the Slayer like tech is at the very, very end of the melee infantry tech tree for the dwarves. So like, you know, if you play as Ungrim, it like gets moved to the middle or something like that, right? Because obviously, like whatever units they really prioritize, make that more accessible for that legend or that faction. Just something I've thought about in the past. All right. I really don't want to have to waste it. Why? That's weird.
Clan Pestilens is all.
What the hell? You guys ever experienced this before? Maybe it's just because I can't remember what turn I did the Scheme of Doom. But usually it explains why. Alright. Apparently no more rights so far. Interesting. Interesting.
Without eyes.
Okay. Alright, come around this way. Interesting.
Prepare, unleash.
Just my luck, huh? Alright. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Well, in that case,
The council's voice.
let's bring him over here so he can deal with it, I guess. And then you
Warlock, master of Scryer.
occupy that.
Carry forward.
Tier 1.
New warp forge is here.
Be good for some cash. Sorry. I woke up my dog saying his name.
Silent killer. Yes.
Yep, just keep moving so we can meet. Wow. The Ropsman clan is still alive. Interesting. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh. Where would the Doom Engineer put that? I sent him up here just to kind of scout to see what was going on. But he is slowly but surely making his way over to Ulthuan. Yeah, my Undercity idea over here has not really been fruitful. Which, let's just get rid of that there. But, yeah, Verpons came through and blew up a few of them. Okay. What the hell? Alright, so let's go. Well, I won't have enough money because I occupied stuff. But that makes absolutely no sense. So alright, this turn, just insufficient funds. Clearly I'm gonna have over 3,000 at the start of next turn. I don't know. Maybe I just needed need to get it to like reset by doing one, and then you know in 5 turns I'll be able to do a different one. I have no idea, but that's really weird. I am a sim for some money. No, I want Lustria. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. Look at Orion go. Holy cow. Actually won against Morgar. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Flag roll. Ha. See what they did there. Take the money. Rite of Primeval Glory. Absolute nightmare.
For more skitter.
Yeah, I don't know the name of it, but it's purple. if that helps. I think I know which one you're referencing. But I think there definitely needs to be a way to like increase the chance, because a 5% chance is shit. Very, very shit. Alright, well, I'd rather lose the Sacred Pool than Schlan Hopek, since I just spent a shit ton of food on it. Hey, thanks, dude. That'll buy me a few turns. Yeah, go ahead and upgrade that. Yeah. Oh, fuck, that's expensive. Alright. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to shell out some money this turn. So I do need an increased capacity of heroes. Yep, just get some more control underneath our belt. Skrolk's moved. He has not moved.
Good, good, good.
Yep, ballistics take you. I can't believe they didn't like occupy any of this territory. They just took it all for the, or just took the time to blow it all up, which I guess is fine. You know, more power to them. Good. Pig barter, cafe, and market soon come.
Great,
Here's the relation with
good.
greenskins. Oh, we eat greenies though, man. Which I need to look at diplomacy.
I have many.
Yeah, I know you like me.
We talk. You come to.
You have one settlement.
Small-brained rat, scurry forth and squeak. Fine.
Good. Get the relations going. Come on, you don't have an army. You have one settlement. Let me save you.
Ash in here. Yes, we hear.
I feel like threatening, depending on who you're playing as, should not be treachery. Like, if you're threatening as Beastman, do you really think if you threaten someone as a Beastman Legendary Lord, people are going to think worse of you? Or threatening, like, Beastman, like, doesn't matter, and it wouldn't matter who, like, you know, Skaven to Skaven, like, if anything, people would respect you more for it. as, if you're playing as that race. But anyway, as this loads through, yeah, it looks like Throt is dead. As this goes through, though, I'm going to run and grab some coffee quick, so I'll be back in like 20 seconds, guys. Just 1 second. I won't mute myself, but I will turn off my camera. Heads up, Bubs. No, hey, come here. Get your ass in here, boy. Alright. Not doing that. Cash has a... Thanks for being patient here for me, guys. Cash has a love-hate relationship with me in the morning. He loves hanging out with me and like sleeping in bed with me. But when I start streaming, he feels like he's missing out, or he just gets bored. And so he wants to go and like go see like if my wife and kid are up, which they never are. But he just wants to go see, right? So he does that, and then realizes that they're sleeping, and then he'll just like sleep outside their bedroom door. But the problem he always does is he makes a ton of noise and wakes them up, and then pisses off the kid. She starts screaming, but then if I stop paying attention to him in here, then he's pissed off. Excuse me, because of that. Excuse me.
You dishonor me.
Oh shit. Get down. You're fine. 10% chance red. I think the... Yeah, I think you're right there, Jeffrey. Yeah, I think you're right. That's a good call. We could definitely handle that army. We just need more food, which they would be a good source of it. Public order here should be fine. So let's come over here and deal with that rebellion. Plus, it would be good to get us some more food. Already a Pyrrhic victory. Alright, we're gonna have to fight Skrolk's battle here so we can occupy that. And we'll save it and hop on it. Albrecht's pretty tanky, really. If he had like magical attack or something, he'd be really, really dangerous. Because those are pretty good stats. But yeah, we just gotta... Shouldn't be a hard fight, but we do have quite a bit of microing to do. And we got the magic. Don't worry about spending it. We'll be okay. Save as much food as we can. But yeah, I need to get back up into, because we can get quite a bit of food. We need to be at max, that way when we spend it, it only goes like to the yellow instead of all the way down to the red. So let's get this fight going and kick some Bretonnian ass. Yeah, I don't know as of right now. It's kind of up in the air. I don't know if I kind of would like to do one more Skrolk stream after this, just to kind of wrap it up. Weekday like streams are never really a good time to like end a campaign, because you can't, I can't really go too far into the stream, really. I know 2.5 hours is a lot of time, but for you guys who play the game, 2.5 hours for this game can go by really quick. Especially if you got a lot of big fights, going on. So, plus I don't think we've hit like early I mentioned it, but like critical mass, we definitely haven't hit that yet. We got Lizardmen to deal with. Bretonnia is more or less dealt with, but we got Marcus to deal with. We got Mazdamuni to deal with. We got the High Elves eventually to deal with. But plus, we're about to, more likely than not, go to war with Sinch. Specifically, you know, the big man himself, Kairos. I want to get the F out of Lustria because, god damn, this is terrible. Absolutely terrible. My goodness. Alright, well. This is gonna be much more interesting than I thought.
No poisoned wind water.
Because they're gonna be basically right in my face right from the get-go. But yeah, worry about buffing these units here, I guess. Keep you closer to Skrolk since you're the more damaged one. Sadly, the Council Building only gives the engineer. Yeah, it just needs a little more kick. Needs a little more kick. Alright, let's get it going. Now they are going to charge me like right away because I am shooting them. So let's pop some menace blows already.
Ready. Bring bowbars. Clan advance. Crete Adaka.
Which I guess if Skrolk gets caught into melee up here, that's not that big of a deal. Alright, you guys need to shoot that Paladin. Or even better, shoot Alberic down.
Yes. Big priest. For clan.
Yeah, I'm ready to get out of Lustria, even though I am playing as Skrolk.
Warlock engineer.
You guys. Oh, delicious. Good, Alberic's gone. And he never got to use his ability. Which is actually a really good ability. Not to try and support Bretonnia here at the moment, but it's a pretty good ability. Alright, now you guys can just fire at will.
Back underground.
Are they trying to give me the army losses already? They're just like, nope, Alberic's dead. We utterly fail. Oh shit, we gotta turn around and get ready to shoot these guys coming in. Which is about perfect timing because I got a menace below with their name on it. Oh no, they got fucking artillery. I forgot. Totally forgot. Yeah, welcome to fucking Lustria.
Pestilens abound.
Get wrecked. And get wrecked. Where there's a will, there's a way, I tell ya.
Skaven, yes. Let's win.
I am the captain now. That's right. That's unfortunate. Well, we won't lose that unit, but that's right. Suck it, trees. Even though that doesn't absolutely anything. Good stuff. Yeah, I've been thinking about that as well, Jeffrey. Of once we kind of secure Lustria, of going to Cathay, I wouldn't mind doing that actually. Because that way, you know, we can always just set up walls everywhere in Lustria and defend it, and you know, recruit an army here and there if we need to. Because we got some lords that are ranked up. But yeah, I thought of doing kind of a I love the fact you can do that though, because I've done it. I did it with Rakarth as well. I did play a little bit more into that one that I started a while back. Because if you guys remember Medieval 2, you kind of get like some Mongol invasion vibes going. Because you're the ones actually doing the invading, and the AI will never be prepared for that. I mean, if you're playing as Cathay or Lockyer or any other faction that is kind of by one of those sea lanes, you just pop in there and, you're immediately saved. Well, you're saved from the initial threat of being attacked, but, obviously you still need to capture a settlement or two. But, yeah, that went about as well as I could have hoped for. Change some air, which is... Right, yeah. I mean, if anything, Zhao Ming will probably welcome me with open arms. Second.
Fight me with warpstone, brothers. Clan Pestilens is all.
Yeah, missile resistance. Good. Guess Wild Eye. Make him a little tankier, a little tankier. Cleansing Ruin's garbage, but just spend the point nonetheless.
My eyes gone, but I see.
How many hours do I have in Warhammer 3? Like 1,200, I think. I've kind of been slacking lately. I say only 1,200. Let me check. Okay, it's actually closer to 1,300 if I check it out. Yeah, about 1,300 hours, just shy of 1,300 hours. We'll probably hit 1,300 this weekend. So, but it's sort of embarrassing to say. Some weeks I put more hours into the game than I do my actual job. So take that as you will. But yeah, that does happen from time to time, where I may or may not, just put in 40, 45 hours into Warhammer. But I mean, see, that's what's sad is like I put that much time into it, not counting like the 10 hours this week I've put into Hogwarts Legacy, which 10 hours throughout a week's time period really isn't that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, I spend a lot of time not doing other things for the channel other than just streaming, because I probably stream 3 days during the week, so that ends up being 7 hours of streaming, and then 10 hours, so 17 hours. So 20 to 25 of those 40 hours per week is time I'm just playing it myself to understand the game better, to try out new factions. This should be a open field battle. That's garbage. Whatever. So yeah, I spend a lot more time, making videos, and just kind of testing things out for myself versus actually streaming, which with anything, I mean, that's kind of how it goes. You know, you always put more time into, you know, more or less getting good at the game than you do actually just playing the game. Alright, let's build you. And let's kick your ass. Pyrrhic victory. You gotta be kidding. Do need. Ooh, they got 6 summon. Oh, I also have 6. Remember that one time at band camp?
Reap for pestilence.
I will not blight my soul.
Both Red and Dragon Warp. Fusing, both like chemistry, both have twist mind. Right? They would be like the bestest of friends. And if anything, they would be better friends than Ikit and... Like, Ikit and Skrolk and Zhao Ming would be like the 3 amigos. American Pie and Man of Culture. See, oh, of course. Of course.
Kill for clan.
Alright. So, we'll be fine here. We'll just... Wherever they place their Mensa-Belows, that's where I'll place mine. And they've got absolutely nothing they can do here. Absolutely nothing. You got kicked out of band camp? That's unfortunate. With the hours too, Georgie, what's even more I guess what's more scary is the fact that I had hit 1,000 hours in about 6 months. So since November, really, I've only put in about 300 hours. But yeah, when the game first came out, yeah, we don't talk about those times. Dude, I've been playing Rome 2 for 3 years now and only have 220 hours. Yeah. 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 It's all perspective, right? Some people call it an addiction. I just call it a overwhelmingly amount of enthusiasm for video games, right?
Aura of pestilence.
I hate Lustria, gentlemen. I really, really do. Because I wanted to set up over here, but no. Which, that's garbage anyway, but it's still garbage I have to frickin' deal with. I wager Skrolk could handle most of those guys. Also, it doesn't make sense that his Plague Bearer thing is not armor piercing when the other Plague Priests have the exact same weapon and they're armor piercing. Little
Plague marks to me.
critique from good old Lemon Pledge here. I don't frickin' know. None of it's good. But I guess we'll oh, what's going on? We'll set up like this, and then put you guys like yay, and put you.
Yes.
Like yay. Just boost the artillery this time. There we go. Because, yeah, he doesn't need a really good line of sight to see where these guys do. Now, in terms of when they come and start trying to attack me, we'll worry about that when the time comes. And let's send this guy over here with Skrolk. And then the rest of you guys can just set up here. Some plagues on that army over there should kind of help us be fine. But yeah, we don't, it's going to be really up close and personal, but that's okay. Even the Censor Bear plague months have mostly armor piercing damage. Yeah. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you think about it. Because what is their ratio? Yeah, it's mostly armor, like 2/3, 66% of their damage is armor piercing. Alright, if they're doing that, I'm actually fine with that, because then it lets me rotate. Alright, now where are they going to pop it down? I'm ready. Are you ready? Alright. Cool. You just wasted one. 90 seconds. Yeah, nope. Yeah, putting them over too far isn't good. But it would also be better to get over this hill. So get a move in.
Big priest.
I love how they haven't even really done that much damage. Alright.
Spread that. Fight stab.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good counter.
Move tails.
Alright. So much Skaven.
Horned rat's blessing.
So much Skaven filth.
Smell musketeer. Plague cast.
Delicious. Yes, everybody. Come hang out with me. Oh, I love you. Good job. Alright, now you guys. Pop some down.
Spells of plague. Our tail is yours. Our tail's yours.
Oh, delicious.
Lord Skrolk.
Absolutely delicious.
Bring bobos. Yes, yes, yes.
Alright, who's doing that? Where you at? You about to die, clown.
Horned rats will.
Alright, they spawned one over there, it looks like. That's fine. Nope. Not on him. Alright, you need to get into melee.
Big priest.
No! Shit! Damn it.
Of Pestilens. For Clan. What orders?
Really like spawning it over there.
What orders? Scupper down.
Alright, well, let's pop this down to get rid of some of that guy's armor then, since we aren't doing much armor piercing damage. But we should hopefully be getting the army losses here fairly soon. Enemy lord is dead. That's great. Skrolk, you need to be better.
Ready! Grappling gun. Fine chic. Yes. So be it.
And there's the army losses. You almost got one unit, but you didn't.
I just hold one.
And almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Alright, is one of them unbreakable? They use an item? They sure did. Die, clown.
Blessed with you.
Yeah, that's right. Pyrrhic victory, guys. Pyrrhic victory. Scrolk's the older rat, maybe you don't hit as hard as the younger one. True. He just... I won't say it. Oh, thank you, Georgie. Do I do single unit doom stacks? It depends on who I'm playing as. I'm not opposed to them, but I don't like actively seek them out either. It really just kind of depends on the lord. Beastmen I do. Chaos I sometimes do. Because like some lords definitely could be one-man doom stacks, but they benefit from having an army, if that makes sense. Like Kairos, Fate Weaver, right, is 100% could easily be a one-man doomstack killing machine, but he benefits from having more spellcasters, and once you unlock the arcane mirth or myrrh technology, and you have a bunch of pink horrors or blue horrors in your army, you know, it allows him to be casting even faster and more often. Because of the extra arcane conduits that they help generate. Yeah, just occupy. So it just depends, but like, I mean, the obvious ones, you know, the melee ones, Scarbrand, Bellicor could definitely be on that list as well. In fact, I have done it with Bellicor before. It's fine. Yeah, do specialist, I guess. Alright, and then you make it a little tougher in melee.
Warlock master of
Alright, we got money. Let's see what excuse they give me now. Alright, maybe it just glitched out. I don't really know what happened, but I guess we can actually use the edicts now, which is good. Alright, let's get rid of you. I don't trade. I'm Skaven. That could be good. Because we're, that'll be good for money. That'll be good for heroes and also a little bit of cash. Where are we at in terms of, okay. How do you not want to Confederation, dude? I'm much stronger than you. You have no armies. Come on.
We talk instead of.
That's irritating. Do I have a favorite historical Total War? That's difficult. but in a good way. I grew up playing Rome Total War, so I think that game will always sort of have like a certain place for me, if that makes sense. I don't even want to know, because this was before I had Steam, so I don't even know how many hours growing up I put into that game. Because I started playing Rome when I was like 7 or 8.
Not let my lack of eye.
But I guess overall, I would probably say Medieval 2. Yeah, I would say Medieval 2, Rome 1, and then like Three Kingdoms. Three Kingdoms, I grew up, and I still do to this day, I guess, really love history of like any kind. So I really like the Three Kingdom history behind that one. Same thing with, you know, Medieval 2 and Rome, obviously. But yeah, Medieval 2 was really great. I really liked just to actually kind of have like some campaign objectives other than, you know, overthrowing the Republic of Rome. Also, you know, because of Medieval 2 is how I got into Third Age Total War, the Lord of the Rings mod. So that also kind of helps it for me, kind of choose that one. Yep. R.I.P. Throt. He did not make it.
Such pestilent blessings.
And you're dead. You're gonna be dead.
Vile tide comes.
Hey, thanks.
Kill slave. Fight nurse. Art, play lord, demands sacrifice.
Yeah, more money. There's Croaky. The Croakster. Yeah, go down, get some more health and more speed. Hey, thanks.
What the hell? Yeah, harbinger of doom.
Alright, and just... Oh, no. Control. Just stay in here. Don't tax it. I'm not there to make money.
The council's voice.
Just keeping it from other lizard boys.
Faithful servant of decay.
Hey, good morning, Dave. Welcome. Alright. He's got 9 settlements. So this whole stretch here is his. Okay. Alright. Alright. Growth.
Barrow. Agreed.
Yeah, we need to do something about that. Yeah, let's upgrade you. Skrolk, what are you doing?
Lord Skrolk.
Who knows? We might be able to pull it off. I highly doubt
Do
it.
you take me for a child?
But yeah, this guy will come through and pick up Chakwa. And kind of move up this lane, and Skrolk will deal with these guys and then come up this way. Take some ambush success chance, please. And let's move on. Yeah, we watched it actually earlier in the stream today because I didn't end up watching it when they released it. So yeah, we took the time to watch it on the stream here, and hopefully it's here sooner rather than later. Yeah, those games will forever be embedded in, like, I guess Total War Hall of Fame.
We barter deal with.
I will say, not that I think I think a historical, like the next historical title is definitely due. You know, because they really haven't had a historical success. In terms of like Rome 1, Medieval 2, type of success since Medieval 2. They've gotten a handful of games that sure have come out, but they've got a lot of failed releases.
I wield the wind.
Three Kingdoms, Thrones of Britannia, all major dumpster fires. Yeah, Rome 2 was a financial success. But yeah, whatever, which I think they can obviously do a good job on one. If we run through our buildings here quick. I don't think it's that they can't make a good one. I think it's just, you know, Creative Assembly taking their time to make it good. Because with the gaming engines they have now, like the Warhammer engine they use, right? Like all the faction mechanic things, they have everything at their disposal and knowledge at their disposal to make a really great campaign. You know, whether it's historical or otherwise. So, you know, I don't think they can use that as a like, oh, you know, we would love to create a better and updated, you know, historical game, but we, you know, it's not quite there yet. I was like, yeah, that's a bunch of crap. That's a bunch of crap. Alright, yeah, sure, take confident. Who cares? Traits don't matter. Grab some more research though.
I am the Plague Lord.
Yep. Now is the time to get the jump on him.
Warlock ready.
Sorry, Kairos. Before I do that, because that'll weaken me diplomatically. So.
Fellow Skaven, yes, yes.
You are stupid. You are incredibly stupid. And it really rang. Yeah, I really liked Three Kingdoms as well. I thought it was a good game. They just, I think the way they went about it was terribly wrong. Alright, let's knock out this seed. Yeah, I think with what they tried to do with the game was a massive fuck up. You know, trying to do different time periods, and, like, I don't know. Excuse me while I stretch here a little bit. You know, Total War, like the franchise, like Total War itself, was built on the foundation of a sandbox experience. You know, wide scale sandbox. Let the player kind of just put a basic foundation there. Let the player, you know, do what they want to do. Rome 1, you could, you know, stick with the Empire. You could keep alliances. You could betray everyone and conquer for yourself. You know, it was up to you. Having like stuff pre-made, predestined, pre-pathed out for you has never been good for a Total War game. It never has. I mean, look at Britannia. Look at like the Barbarian Invasion. Like all those side games. Like, yeah, they were okay. But it was never what it could be. And with Three Kingdoms, I mean, you could have almost, like, what I would have done with it is set it, you know, at the very first like time period, whatever it is in the game. I don't know what year, and just like let, you know, the Yellow Turban Rebellion, all that stuff, just happen, you know, as it does in those time periods. But then, you know, you could kind of have used like the Medieval 2 time period where, all right, you hit turn 60, all right, this event can happen. You hit turn 70, this event has the chance of happening, that kind of thing. Just like what they did in Medieval 2 with the Mongol invasion, with the the plague. Can't think of it right now. But yeah, you know, that way it's not like okay, this time period you're gonna start here, this is gonna happen the next turn, you know, that kind of thing. Like, just let it more or less naturally happen in the game instead of force feeding it down the players. Do not fight Lubu, yeah. Which it was cool because I grew up also playing on PlayStation 2 Dynasty Warriors, which if you guys haven't heard that game, it's literally 3 kingdoms, but you pick a player and fight, you know, basically go through history and fight battles with them and whatnot, and upgrade them, give them items, give them weapons, that kind of stuff. It was really, really cool. So like that's why I was really invested in 3 kingdoms, because I kind of already had a knowledge of that time period of history, and then they just fucking ruined it. Really did a bad job with that game, in my opinion. Especially with how much potential they had. Like, even though it was fairly, you know, it was very small scoped in terms of where it was historically, they just had a lot of potential there that I think they screwed up. I guess we'll set up over here. Yeah, I just hopefully they learn that lesson for what, you know, if they decide to make another
Ready, steady.
historical title, which I would imagine they will. They kind of learn from that mistake.
Poison wings mortar. Lord Skrolk. What?
Alright, let's get rid of these 2 towers.
Master of masters.
And let's make some
My orders.
holes in
Yes,
walls.
superior one. Warlock and the near.
Not a historical title, in my opinion. It's more fantasy. I mean, it's the people in the game, like the actual like generals, were very historically accurate. The events that happen are very historically accurate. But the only thing I didn't like was, and I know, you know, you got to do something to liven it up, but like when you do, I think it's the romance mode, right, where their generals are single entities that can do, you know, crazy things, right? You know, from a historical point of view, doing splash damage in a historical game is not historically accurate, right? Like, you know, never in history did a guy take a spear, stick it into the ground, and an explosion happen. Like, it just didn't, you know, so... But, you know, I get that, you know, just putting a single entity there and making them really strong in melee isn't going to drive players either. So I totally get it from their end of things, but it's a historical game. Like, you shouldn't, I don't know. I'm not going to say you shouldn't do that, because I get where people argue with me on that aspect of it, but that's just my thoughts on it personally, as to why I did not enjoy, you know, the big draw to that is, you know, is a new game mode, and I thought it was an utter crap version of a game mode. But I mean, historic is old and busted. Fantasy is the new hotness. Why would you want 38 different units? Different weapons, fuck that. I want undead crab monsters. Yeah, that's what's really difficult now with historical titles, is because you do have Warhammer. You know, you can't, you know, like what Fetty just said now, you know, you can't reskin 40 different units and call it a different, you know, different faction. You know, because it's all the same race in historical games, so it's different factions. You know, like, you can't just reprint it. Like, you gotta give factions, you gotta give people faction mechanics, which it's definitely doable, right? You know, it's definitely doable. You know, if they were to do a medieval 3, right? Like, you could take like the Bretonian chivalry mechanic, right? And put that in there. You know, let European knightly factions gain chivalry for protecting Jerusalem or stuff like that, right? Like, I'm just throwing stuff out there. It's whatever it may be, but still, it's things they could do. But yeah, say hypothetically, it is Warhammer, or Warhammer 3. It's Medieval 3 that they would come out with, right? If it's just more or less Medieval 2 remastered, then they just wasted their time and efforts.
Yes, now,
And like really like remastered, like in my opinion, they should only ever spend time on remastering a game if it had such a financial success or a huge impact on Total War, like Rome 1, like Medieval 2. And those games only got a remaster because of just outdated engines, you know. You're not going to see a Warhammer 2 remaster because this is the Warhammer 2 remaster and Warhammer 3. You know, it's just fantasy mechanics won't do it in Medieval 3, so it will get slammed. I'm not saying, you know, specifically like the chivalry mechanic, but you know, they gotta add something to the medieval races other than just, hey, you're playing as Poland, and now you're playing as the Ottomans, who have the exact same units, but these guys have gunpowder instead for, you know, for one unit other than the other ones, but they, you know, 3 units, guys. Yeah. Which, you know, whatever it may be, just make it unique, you know. Give it some replayability that way. Because it definitely would need it. Is that? Oh. Deuces. Single. And right, that is Lubu, that is Guan Yu. You know, like that. Like that didn't happen. Like, I'm sorry, but they didn't walk out, you know, with 400 or 500 kills, you know. Their splash attack or whatever it is in those games didn't really happen, you know. And that's, like, for me, again, it's all subjective, right? Yeah, subjective, where it's, you know, up to the person, or objective, whatever, subjective, objective, whatever freaking one it is. You know, it just depends on how historically accurate you want the game to be, right? You know, if you want it to be historically accurate, then yeah, you don't want lords like myself doing a splash attack or whatever that does an area of effect damage, because that wouldn't have happened. You know.
I reach death. Wind mortar.
Good, we got rid of that trebuchet now as well. Alright, let's bring up some catapult action. Put you there and put you over here. Next one is. Yeah, I'd imagine whatever they do, they'll stick with definitely stick with Warhammer related content.
Spells of play.
The thing is, they share the revenue from it, but they're still making millions and millions and millions of dollars. That's what's scary. Yeah, it'll be interesting because I think Warhammer was special, not only because it's been a good gaming franchise, but it's something that, you know, as a developer, I feel like personally, which I've never developed games, so I don't know. But like for me personally, if I was, you know, a software engineer, like Warhammer is a game that I could really get behind and really feel like I, what's the word to use? I guess I was just really enthusiastic about. But if Games Workshop, you know, hypothetically came down crashing on me and was like, hey, we know you guys really enjoyed Warhammer, but now we just need a game that's going to make a bunch of money, so just crank something out. I would be less invested in it. You know, I wouldn't care how well it did. You know, because they'll just, you know, if it's a flop, they'll just come back and say, hey, that one's a flop, let's do something else this time. Okay, you know, let's do something else.
Plague claw catapult! Die! 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 Ready! Ready!
Alright, let's bring you guys over here. See if that gives us a better kind of position.
This way!
And you can here. Different times. Yeah, I mean, I think I could easily see what they end up doing is, which it depends on how they go about it. Like, I am not a 40k, like I have no history, like 40k history in my past. I have no idea really what it is, other than the fact that it's more or less Warhammer just in the future. I don't know the units. I don't know the general like events going on at all. But the only reason I would think they might do it is because it is going to be a different game, and to generate interest, I could see what a lot of companies do now, where they make the game free, and then, you know, all the DLC, all the other like skins and whatnot obviously cost you money, and that's how they make money off of it. You know, they make it free, and maybe they only do it for a short time period, I don't know. But basically they just make it free just to generate interest in the game, like, hey, new Total War game that's free for extended period of time, or whatever it may be, just to get people's hands on the game and into this new, you know, whatever, this new Warhammer series, whatever it is, right? Just to get that initial spark, and then after that, say it's a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month, who knows, and they're like, okay, now that you've enjoyed it, time to start paying us money. So, or kind of, or, you know, if they don't make it free, maybe they do what they did with Darktide and let people play it for a few days, to see, you know, if it's something they would like, basically. You know, they kind of have some hands-on like the beta to be like, hey, like, I'm definitely gonna, you know, buy this game, that kind of thing. Whatever it may be, I think it will be one of those options, or one of those paths that they take.
Lord Skrolk!
Because I think the fact that I think they would be silly, to put it mildly, you know, to just assume that, hey, these, you know, we got all these people playing Warhammer 3, all of them will just go over and play Warhammer 40k. Like, I mean, that's not realistic, in my opinion. Because I know I probably won't play 40k. Because, like, even the Warhammer 40k that came out not too long ago, like the Demon Hunter thing, I watched people play that, and I had absolutely no interest in it. Like, it was kind of like RPG kind of stuff, which if I'm going to play an RPG, it's not going to be Warhammer when I have access to Warhammer 3 or Warhammer 2. It's just not.
Big priest!
Plus, in the future, I don't know what it'll hold. Like, a lot of it depends on if I'm able to upgrade my PC, you know, and whatnot, because I need to upgrade to do the things. I definitely need to upgrade my PC to do the things on the channel I want to do. For example, I want to do more co-ops. I want to do more RPGs with co-ops. I want to be able to stream at higher quality content for you guys, like, or higher quality for you guys, to make higher quality content. Like all that stuff is requiring a major investment, which I just can't afford to do right now with what live events I have going on. I mean, a baby obviously takes that into a big part of it, but also just we're also probably moving back this year, so that's is going to be an expensive endeavor in and of itself. And you know, to upgrade my PC to the standards I want it to be at, it's about $1,000. So it's going to take some time for sure. All right, snipe him. He was there. That did not work. Well, in that case, let's bring you up here. You'll hit him.
Horned rat's blessing.
For do more Total War. And yeah, from watching the demon, you know, the 40K demon game, I think what they did worked well with it. That was a whopping miss. Like, you know, it's not like it looked like a bad game. Graphically or in terms of playing with people and all that stuff, you know, the move-based, turn-based kind of action, you know, where I move then you move, that kind of thing, which I've never been huge into those games. Like the RPG games I really like are the ones where it's live engaging, you know, where I move, then you like I can make a move, you can make a move, I can block you, you can block me, that kind of thing. Because really, like, yeah, it's just never been my preference, I guess. Where? Why won't you guys come and just die already?
Warp lightning.
Nice. I promise I'm a very nice individual.
Suffer the clean. Very well. Well. Black Death.
Yeah, get up in here.
Fool. Annika. Lord Skrolk. Horned rat's blessing. Rikaraka. Warlock engineer. Come, brothers.
I'm excited, really, not to like change the topic of the discussion, but with what Hogwarts Legacy has brought to the table, I would love for someone, cough cough, Amazon, buy the damn rights to Game of Thrones and make a Game of Thrones game with that. You know, make it a different character, but you ultimately have to pick a side, whether you want to be, you know, with the Targaryens and get a dragon. But that kind of theme where you explore, level up, you can ride mounts, aka dragons, yes please. All of that stuff I think would be fantastic. I mean, you could make that Total War or open world RPG too. It's just, you know, I say it's only this, but, you know, obtaining the rights to it is obviously more difficult than I make it sound to be. But basically, I say that, but what I really mean by that is games like Hogwarts Legacy are, I think, very slowly opening the doors for games like that. You know, I think it's, now that I guess you'd say the technology is up to speed with it. God, how are you losing to a fucking war wagon? Now that the technology is kind of up to speed in terms of the processors, graphics cards, all that kind of stuff, it's a lot more reasonable. I think, for companies to kind of look at it and be like, hey, like, we can make a lot of money here. I think, that idea has always been in companies' minds, but it's the fact that, hey, like, we can actually make a game with this franchise and make a bunch of money because we can actually make the game good.
Blessed with filth.
But
Find, seek.
I also think another like historical title that would be cool would just to be a whole like world type of game with whatever's going on at the time period in the entire world and not just small scope. Like, think of how many
Yes, brethren.
historical games have already been made just primarily involving Europe. You got Empire, you got Britannia, you got Jesus Christ, you have 80. How are you getting hit? What the fuck?
Onward. Vermintide comes.
You had 80 melee defense and they had less than fucking...
Move.
I think that like reversed it or something. What the hell? What in the actual fuck?
Law of Pestilens.
Cast your damn pestilent birth. What the fuck was that?
Moving, chasing.
Get the fuck out of there, rat boy. Right after you cast that plague, and then you can leave.
Retreat.
And now get out of there.
Starry race.
But yeah, what the fuck? You had Standard Die active, you had the Helm of Discord active, and you were getting smacked around. My goodness.
Agrees.
You a squishy boy, that one. But I just think, those games, sooner rather than later, I would think, companies are gonna go for it and be like, all right, we got the technology, we got the software, let's make this fucking happen and make us millions and millions and millions of dollars. Again, you could do it Total War themed, you could do it RPG style related for I mean, obviously Lord of the Rings, but 100% yeah, you can do both. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. You can do both, RPG or just Total War, which, I mean, I know, because I talked about it in, I think, Wolf's stream the other day with some people. I know there is Shadow of Mordor. Shadow of Mordor was a one-hit wonder and was not that great of a game. It was just... Like, yeah, it was definitely a Lord of the Rings game, but it was not the greatest thing in the world. It just was not. It had zero replayability. Like, once you beat it, there was no point in ever playing it again. You know, it was just very, like... It was a very expensive game to only be able to really play once and enjoy it. Will you quit freaking moving?
Ready! Plague Lord!
Like I was very, like, don't get me wrong, when I was playing it, I loved it. It was a great game. But then after it, it's like, once you beat it, you're like, oh, okay. Like, what do I do now, you know? Like, you can't really customize your builds, you know, for different types of play styles. You know, if you want to be an assassin and you just want brute strength, like, nothing really ever changes. You know, you can't really go evil, can't go good. Like, a lot of it's predestined for you, which, you know.
Clan Pestilens.
I have seen Dune. I haven't played it or watched any content on it, but I've seen that around, basically. This siege is taking way too fucking long. Alright. Let's get in over here. Problem is there's no good place. Really? I moved them in and whatever. Whatever, I guess. Alright, good stuff. Read the books, they're awesome. About Dune? I didn't even know there were books. Were books about it, Dune. Oh man, I've been ready for Friday like 4 days ago. Yeah, that Home of Discord seemed to kind of have the the opposite effect. Dune is one of the fathers of the sci-fi genre, similar to Lord of the Rings is for fantasy. Oh, very cool. Okay. Very, very cool. But like going with like the Game of Thrones idea of, you know, an RPG, like you could make yourself like a mercenary, right? And, you know, the whole time you can do side quests for each side. You can be with the Lannisters, you can be with the Starks of the North. You know, you can help Daenerys. You can fly, you know, to different areas. You know, if you have a dragon or take a boat or whatever, you know, obviously progress things as you would. But ultimately, maybe it finally makes you decide, you know, do you side with Cersei? Ooh, awesome potion of healing. Or do you go with Daenerys? Do you go with the North? Do you avoid everybody and, you know, you don't do anything? You know, whatever. Sure, this is a mountain. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, just straight up, like, make it an actual game. Because, that way, like, you know, like a mod, don't get me wrong, I'm not against mods, but, like, Bannerlord in itself, for me, is not interesting in the slightest. No dupe, plus a filth. Plus, it's not like, if they upgrade, Bannerlord, right? Let's just get it to tier 4. You know, if they upgrade, Bannerlord, right, it doesn't upgrade the mod. At least, like, an actual straight up just game, would at least allow, you know, for DLC to be made, for upgrades to be made there, that kind of thing. Give him a... Slowly. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong thing. There we go. Like Bannerlord, yeah, it's just, all that stuff has never interested me. Which, again, that's just my personal opinion, but yeah, for I would say for some like games, mods are totally get it, right? Not that big of a deal. But if you're like wanting to, like, certain franchises need their own standalone game. Warhammer, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, that stuff is something that eventually needs to have its own game that you can build upon, you can grow, patch, what have you. Mods are definitely a good way to kind of like open that door to that happening, but you know, to just rely on mods constantly for that stuff is just, you know, not what I would say would be the way to go about it, I guess. Let's do this battle here quick. Get a jump on them. Because we still got like 30 minutes, and this should not take me 30 minutes. So let's get this one done, and we'll move on. There we go. And I think that's what a big thing that Hogwarts Legacy will end up doing is kind of paving the way for, you know, big movie franchises, big movie/book franchises, kind of paving the way. Be like, okay, like this kind of, you know, now that we've seen it done, how can we do that with other titles like that? Because it's not like people wouldn't be invested in it, right? Like, if a company takes the time to do it well and do it right, and I'm not saying Hogwarts Legacy is a perfect game. There are definitely things they could do to improve it and change it. But again, since it's not a mod, you know, the company is able to just take the time to invest into those changes and make it better for everybody, you know. Like even the like the Rome 2 Game of Thrones mod that's in it, or that you can play, or like the Lord of the Rings mod, like that stuff's great, but it's all like custom battles, like that kind of stuff works to generate excitement for the potential of an actual game. Like eventually, like if you don't build upon that, then it's just, you know, it's gonna eventually just kill people's enthusiasm for it. Like, you gotta give something more than that. Alright, let's come over here.
What?
Which they don't have any of the like army abilities yet, so we should be fine.
Horned rats will.
Do we have plague? Yes, we do. Okay.
Quick, go!
Don't know why. Did I say everyone's over here? I don't know why they set up over there. Hogwarts is 8 out of 10 games, but the respect they've paid to the source journal makes it a 9 out of 10. Until the mod, it'll get a campaign soon. They've had that mod though for ages, it feels like, for me personally, and it has yet to get a campaign mod, which I get too. The Lord of the Rings one had a setback because they got copyright claimed, so I get, you know, they're having to rebrand and kind of make changes to everything they've already done, and I get that definitely takes a good amount of time to do. So you know, I'm not trying to shit on them for that. Like, that's unfortunate that happened to them, which, you know, what can you, I guess, really do about it, you know? But like, I mean, take the Medieval 2 Game of Thrones mod. Like, I think I've talked about it in the past, but that one has loads and loads and loads of potential. But I think a reason why, like myself included, why a lot of people haven't continued like playing that one as much, even though it does have quite a few downloads, is because all of that entire game is pre-mapped out for you. There is really no sandbox experience in that, because you're already at the end of the game at the start of that game, if that makes sense. Like Daenerys is in Dragonstone. If you guys haven't played it, right, and you're familiar with Game of Thrones, right? It's basically season 8. It's the Game of Thrones mod is set up to be right at the end of season 7, going into season 8. You know, the White King and his armies are on the move. Daenerys has her dragons. One of them is dead. You know, all of that setup is already done for you, and it places you in situations to have to play that out. Like, it's just, hey, you've watched Game of Thrones, now play it. And then once you play it, you don't ever need to do it again, right? Like, that mod is fantastic on how they actually made, you can actually use dragons, which is kind of cool. They don't fly, but it's still cool to see what they've been able to do with that mod, right? But like, once you play a campaign in that mod, like, I've tried to like look in to see how, like, yeah, you know, other than playing as different factions, how it's not just a reskin of everything, and I just can't. You know, I just. Which the good thing is about the mod, you know, there's no, like, it doesn't cost you anything, you know, other than already owning Medieval 2, which most people, I would say, that have played Total War probably have. So it's not like you're going out of your way to purchase a game, but alright, let's get in here and get this battle going.
Spitfire, stab!
Have some lovely plague to start your day.
Time to go.
But yeah, appreciate everyone being here. Oh, sorry, Fatty. I saw your message. I didn't mean to not ignore it. I just clicking out, it sometimes can cause the game to crash, and so I was just waiting for the game to finish loading, and then I just forgot to allow your message.
One rat's will rock like a cannon.
Damn, they got some hella range. Good, this is actually going really well. Oh shoot, we got some screamers. Pop you down.
All will obey.
Hey, you can pop it down right there.
Beasts attack.
And then let them reform a little bit and pop.
Like cast.
That does armor, yeah, 100%.
Doing it.
Nice. Yep, that's fine. Maybe not as much for him, but overall we'll be okay. Plus our mortars are here. If he takes some damage, it's okay. He's actually, I mean, he's losing, I guess.
Smartest Packmaster. With friend.
We can get him out.
We're ready.
He can move fast enough. He can zoom around.
Over here.
Get him out. Packmaster can stay in here as anti-large. How are you? You shoot up and over things. How are you blocked?
War beasts hunger.
Yes.
Good job.
Back hunting.
Our tail's yours.
Good. Now let's do the same thing to you guys over here.
Warlock master. Warlock.
Alright, let's move you over here.
My plan.
That is bad.
Doom and destruction. Sneaker great. Warlock Master!
Me and Alpha.
Scryer
Oh shit.
power! Keep moving. Like priest.
Good. Killed some more. Just shooting down some walls. Get rid of the exalted ones. Very nice. Nice.
Okay, yes, yes.
Just evaporating those units.
Heal, beast pets.
Absolutely evaporating them. It's blue.
Me best,
Freaking
best. See?
launch it. Good.
To me, my pets.
What do you got? Yep, that's fine.
That
Good shot.
Warlock! Law of Pestilens. Faster, faster.
We should be getting the overlosses like any minute now.
Doing it!
Yep, there we go. Yeah, I knew it was going to take 30 minutes. Just run at them just to speed up their crumbling. There we go. Easy, easy. But yeah, this army is pretty well set up for anti-siege. We got some Howling Warp Gale. We got a lot of anti-large to deal with. Their flamers, their knights, Kairos himself. We got some frontline action with those three heroes as well. I think I'll continue this tomorrow yet. We'll get one more stream in with Skrolk at least. I don't know about Sunday. Sunday's kind of up in the air, which I've already let the Patreon members know that as well. I would like to start something new, but at the same time, if it really starts getting super interesting tomorrow, then I'll obviously continue it then as well. What time tomorrow? So the same time I started my stream today, I will start my stream tomorrow. Yeah, I need to get it. Should I just screw it, go tier 5?
You will repay this debt.
Upgrade. Yes, yes.
Of course walls. Of course. All right. That's just I guess if anything, just get walls. Yeah, all my streams, regardless of what day I do stream, are all at the same time. I start all of them at 5 a.m. My time here in Alaska. So, for example, it is about 7:20 a.m. right here, and I started this stream about 3 hours ago. So, whatever time difference that is for you, wherever you are, and not just you, Georgie, but anyone for that matter. That is the time I stream at. So, all right.
Thief in the
probably get rid of him. Yeah, that would help, because I want to try and save Clan Eshin. So we'll see how that goes. And let's just do food generation. So yeah, so like I stream at 5 a.m. During the week till about like right now. I'm just gonna do one more turn here, see what happens, and then probably end up saving it depending on what happens during that end turn or this next turn here, because I do need to start getting ready for work. But yeah, that way. But on the weekends, I'll do like a 5.5 hour stream. What could we gain from being an ally with them, other than being able to move on? But they don't have that much to deal with. I'd rather just attack them. But on the weekends, I do like now I do 5 a.m. till like 7:30 because I have to get ready for work during the week. But on the weekends,
the age of the rat.
All right, bring it on, bitch. But on the weekends, I obviously don't have to work, so I'll stream from like 5 a.m. till like 10:30 a.m., 11 a.m. my time. That way, I can still stream. I still have most of the day to either work on a video or just play, hang out with my wife and kid, whatever it is. I have time to do that. So, 3 hours ahead of you. Nice. So yeah, it's what, about 10:30 for you, Dave? That way too, I can, on the weekends, the weekends is really when I'm able to interact with more of my channel, because obviously I'm streaming longer, because not everyone, is getting up super early and playing some Warhammer 3 or watching a streamer before work. Really, all right, would be good if factions that are almost dead would be more akin to a confederate. Yes, 100%. 100%. I've griped about, if there's one thing that I really don't like is what they've done to confederations. The baseline evaluation is just absolute garbage. Like that needs reworked so fucking badly. Pardon my language, but it really just makes absolutely no sense. Because what's stupid is even factions that, if we look, I don't know if it'll be with Icket.
Small-brained rat.
Because usually there's like a relative like faction or power strength. Even if the faction you're playing as favors power, you'll still that will somewhat be negated by the strategic threat penalty that is generated. So it makes absolutely no sense. It makes confederating a freaking ball ache. It just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But anyway, I'm going to save it there. And we'll continue it tomorrow, for sure. But again, I'm not going to guarantee anything for Sunday. But yeah, I appreciate everyone being here today. It was a little more of a quieter stream, but that's okay. Again, it's Friday and people are just ready for the weekend, so totally get it on that end. But I'll look at the analytics and see what people kind of are gearing towards. But I would like to continue this. I'll definitely, if I don't stream it tomorrow, I'll be continuing it in my own time. But who knows? We might just say screw it and start something fresh entirely tomorrow. I don't know. But I was gonna see. Just hold on one second. I know I don't have too many of you guys here, but I want to see if any announcements have been made. Because today's the 17th. We'll be live around 1:30. Okay. Well, in that case, I would love for you guys. So later on is Wolfheart will be streaming some more Hogwarts Legacy, if you guys want to check him out. He's been really great to me, and his community have been really great. So he's not live right now. That's just a link to his channel. But he's currently doing some Hogwarts Legacy live streaming. So he should be live in like 2-3 hours, because I think he's in New York, which is 4 hours ahead of me, which makes it like 11:30 his time. So yeah, in like 2 or 3 hours he should be live. So if you're not doing anything, then go and check him out. It's a really great content creator and a really great community just to kind of relax and talk in and just be super chill. So thanks to you guys again for your support. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I will let you guys know probably just in the morning if I'm going to be streaming more of this tomorrow, or whether or not we'll be starting something new. But anyway, thanks again for the support, guys. Have a good Friday, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.